Heino gets there first. Lined up and hit hard by Irie into the dasher boards, and Johnny Witzke's going to take it ahead. 2-on-2 for the Bruins as Witzke takes it wide to his left. Witzke hitting McChesney. Back entry, scores! Michael McChesney for the second straight night. Oh, he likes scoring against the Millionaires. He seems to do it every time they play. And on an end-to-end rush by Johnny Witzke, McChesney cashes in for the 5-hole. 57 seconds into the hockey game. Woodley stopping up, throwing into the middle. Knocked down by Witzke. He was the only man there. He'll turn it back the other way. Why not? Into the middle for Cathers. Cathers shut off a shin pad. Got the puck down the ice, and there's just 30 seconds left in the penalty to King Cunningham as Liberty breaks right up the middle. Liberty in, and he got hip checked perfectly by Johnny Witzke. Daniel Liberty thought he was going to split the defense, and he ran into the only player who might be an even better skater than he is, as Johnny Witzke got him hip on hip and sent him sprawling. He's going to have to hustle as Montana straight bearing down on him. Witzke turns the corner on straight and comes around the outside, makes a nifty move on Stanky and brings it ahead himself. Johnny Witzke, a one-man breakout as he carries into the Millionaires zone. He's got Cathers a trailer, shooting for the backdoor pass, and it was just out of his crossbar. Off the draw, Irie can't knock it down. Jack Michael will at the point, back to Johnny Witzke. Witzke goes through traffic, up the trapper in, off the post, they bang away in tight. Now that's a goal, they won't wave that one off. I'm not sure who got that in all the commotion. Johnny Witzke sent it through traffic. They're celebrating like it's TJ Irie's, which would make it 2 in 2 games for him, and it's a 4-all game away. Irie for Witzke. They'll trade places. Witzke to the middle, waiting for a lane. None yet, so he'll drop for Ripplinger. Ripplinger now, Witzke's got a lane. Will he take it? He will. He scores! Johnny Witzke's got 2! And the Bruins power play strikes at last. Johnny Witzke rifles one past Berkeley-Ave, and it's a 6-4 Bruins lead. This game, the momentum has moved back and forth faster than a tennis ball at the U.S. Open. The Bruins scored 3 straight. Melville answered with 4.
Hounds will get themselves a line change on the fly. Lots of open ice. The Hounds have to hurry back. Trying to make a toe drag move. It falls to Witzke. He's hit the rebound. They score. And right settle it down. The fine rookie looking for a lane to shoot it was Witzke. Witzke spins away. Looks, shoots. That one's off the outside of the post.
New forwards out there in the back half of the man advantage for the Ice Wolves. Gudjonson wide on Jack Michael. Gudjonson in, lined up and hammered by Johnny Witzke. And that lets DeRoos get the puck time for the Estevan Bruins. They win the draw. Witzke picks it up, and he'll carry it ahead himself with DeRoos practically entangled with Johnson. Off the bench comes Platt. Platt, nifty move, and he comes back for Witzke. It was in his feet. He couldn't pull the trigger. Ripplinger at the right point, covering for Witzke. He'll go now to Witzke at the left side. Witzke to the top of the circle, walking his way in, shooting, scores! Johnny Witzke pops the water bottle, a perfect shot. We've seen him do that before. Everybody thinks Johnny Witzke's going to pass, so he decides to just walk in and rip it under the bar. And the Bruins' leading scorer among defensemen, Cotlarange, waiting for a pass that never came. We've seen this with Johnny Witzke so many times. Every team, aware of how much he likes to pass, will try to cut off his pass options and leave him all day to walk to the net. Estevan has the 1-0 lead. First time they've led. And Platt wins the draw cleanly back to Heerspink. To Witzke on the left wall. Witzke, who opened the scoring in this game, walking around the outside backdoor feed. He scores! Johnny Witzke banked it in off Frey. He was trying to go to Irie and put it right to the back of the net instead. The last time Johnny Witzke scored 2 in a game was a 9-2 drubbing of the Yorkton Terriers, and with 29.7 left in the first, the Bruins are up 4-1. They've got 3 markers on the power play. Bruins have not had a period like this for a long time, and boy, did they need one. And with Michael McChesney not available to them tonight, it seems unlikely that they would have been able to do this the way they have, but they've got 4 goals. Back up at the top of the umbrella, just 20 seconds to go in the man advantage. Ripplinger for Witzke in the middle. Witzke walks in, fakes the shot, now to Heerspink. Heerspink holding, shooting, scores! The captain into him. And the league ruled that a 2-game suspension, so the Bruins will be without King Cunningham for the next pair of games as Johnny Witzke carries ahead. Witzke with some room, hits Bryce Platt down the right wing side. Platt over for Coop. Coop trying to go back to her. Witzke on the doorstep. Platt swats away, and they score! Chaos in the Nibelung crease. I think it was Bryce Platt who finally knocked it home. And Will Coop. 5 good players at any given time. McChesney at the left wing wall. For Witzke at the top of the umbrella. Witzke fakes the shot. Now to Irie at the right circle. Irie back to Witzke at the top. Witzke makes another fake, waiting for an opening. Now has one, shoots through traffic, scores! That may have caught the top of Hobbs' glove. It's 3-0 Estevan. A power play marker with 4:40 left in the first period has the Bruins to a 3-goal lead, and Johnny Witzke's going to get credit for that one. Expanding his lead among goals by defensemen. The 10th shot of the game for the Bruins as Witzke made a couple of pump fakes there back at the top. And we've seen Johnny Witzke do that how many times? Open up just a little space for himself and then rifle one in. His 6th goal of the year. Marco works the line. Hangs on it. Gets it to Witzke. Witzke along his front now. Again, we got the circle. Spin out there to Witzke. Witzke throws through things. How throws it towards goal. But instant take robbed by Henderson. McMillan at the point. Solomon with Leslie in on him. Ryder Pearson in to help out as well. Pushes it down low for Leslie. Leslie tries to spin that back out front. Witzke walks into a shot. The traffic scores! Double-digit goals on the year for Johnny Witzke as he blasts one past Willette. 2.5 into the first. And the Bismarck, North Dakota product leaned into that shot, got all of it, and popped the water bottle straight up on Ryan Willette. Not very often we see Johnny Witzke take a slap shot. He fakes them probably better than any other defenseman in the league. But in he creeps, as you see on the replay, lost in all the chaos and just leans into one. His 10th of the season. By Mark, Leslie's in to help out. He'll poke it up to DeRoos. DeRoos back to Johnny Witzke. Witzke has McMillan all teed up. McMillan walking in with time. Takes the shot. Now takes the shot. Save Willette, and he'll hang on. McMillan pokes it away from a forechecking Klatt, and Witzke carries ahead. Johnny Witzke with Klatt harassing him from behind. Goes up to Davis. Davis is over the line with Mans is with him. Goes to Tyson Mans in tight, and it rolled off his skate.
He does a nice job kicking away. 2 sharp goalies. No doubt about it right now. Coop, little chip. Nice little chip it was to Witzke. The veteran Witzke, middle of the ice. He shoots. That one's saved by Kahanik. Man settles down. DeRoos loses it, and it's picked up by Tanner Tarbell. Gets it to the line, but not out. Witzke looks, shoots. That one's blockered away there. Tanner and Tyson, the brothers out there. Here's Witzke stepping up. He shoots. That one stopped the rebound. Witzke with a couple chances and a nice save there by chip it into the Estevan zone and go off with coming up on 4 minutes gone in the second period. Witzke right wing side, McChesney. One-on-one there with Robinson. McChesney behind the net, still going. McChesney, far side to Witzke. Witzke looks, shoots. Saved by Kahanik, and he makes it back. They'll chip up the boards, gets it out and down the ice as Witzke will be harassed there by Kosteniuk. Witzke being chased by Kosteniuk now as it's trying to get it back to the point there is Ripplinger. It falls to Witzke, makes a move. Witzke looks, turns, shoots. That one stopped the rebound. Nice check out in front.
And he just missed on the glove side. Witzke waits for reinforcements at the left point, plays it into the corner. Cameroon in front, Moretz. Nice! Saskatchewan will move it quickly. Clark, 2-on-1 developing here, in across the line. Witzke and Collin. Witzke puts on the brakes, waits for help. He's got it. Clark shoots into the glove of Radomski. And Saskatchewan really hasn't had the opportunities in this period like they had in the first period. With 4:55 to go, it's been a fast-moving second period. But that was one of the better ones there as Witzke came in and passed it made by Radomski. Picked back up by Clark inside the zone. Pass back to Witzke through traffic. Knocked down in front, open net, they score.
Well, no chance.
Knocked down, and Witzke will play it. Johnny Witzke in his own zone. Skates to center. Right wing pass. Ripplinger goes to the front of the net.
Still on for the one-timer, but he won't pull the trigger yet. He'll go back to Witzke instead. Witzke through to McChesney on his forehand. Rips a shot. Scores! Michael McChesney right under the bar. And the Bruins have a 2-goal lead with just $1.52 to go in the second. There are advantages and disadvantages to jumping at teams on the power play. If you catch them flat-footed, short-handed opportunities will follow. And the Mustangs have stifled the Bruins with their quick strikes on the penalty kill so far. The downside is if you get spread out in a hurry, he'll send this deep. Witzke shrugging off the hit, and now up to center for Isaiah Thomas. Thomas and Pearson have a 2-on-1. In comes Thomas with Pearson. Thomas hanging on, waiting, holding back for Pearson. Scores! Ryder Pearson! Anyone in horse killer, so Witzke will pick it up. Witzke dumps it ahead for Platt. Platt has Ira with him. In comes first. Platt to the backhand stop for Witzke. And Johnny Witzke has it back in his own zone. Witzke through for Tanner Mans. Mans takes it on the forehand and sends it through to DeRoos. DeRoos, rink wide feed, 2 extra Tyson Mans to handle off the Bruins. Witzke will focus down low, back from Tanner Mans. Mans at the goal line, bounce past the Witzke at the right point. Witzke reversing, Collins point, takes a shot out of the save. Witzke too often as Witzke picks it up. Witzke away from big Jordan Semino. He'll make a couple of moves and feather it ahead to Platt. In the second period. Johnny Witzke, rink wide to Michael McChesney. McChesney had a pair of goals last night, one on the power play. He'll stop up and wait for help. He finds Witzke the trailer. Witzke takes the handoff, now shoots through traffic, tipped on goal. There's a goal, and he just put it through the crease. Skating it himself through center ice, wide on Witzke. Cote still on the puck, and now Witzke pokes it away from him, right to Weave, however. Witzke kicks it away from him and goes the other direction. A little bit of extra room for Johnny Witzke to move it 4-on-4. He'll take it wide on Tremblay. Busting it is Witzke. He'll take a shot, saved by Hobbs. Witzke with time back into his own zone. He'll spin off Bisson. Johnny Witzke dances his way up to Ripplinger. Ripplinger backhands this in deep. The arm goes
Witzke
up for right.
fakes over to McChesney, already with a goal in the game. Back down low for Coop. Pass is great. Back up high to Witzke. Fake the shot again. Will Cruz without a stick. Back up high to Witzke. Around Cruz. Over to Harrison. One-timer scores. He's tied up with Laidlaw. Petrie's all over him as now Gladue steps up trying to knock it out of the zone. Witzke makes a nifty play there to hold the line and make a couple of moves. Finds Platt. It's the Bruins once again controlling the play with 70 seconds to go in this second period. Trying to extend the lead to 6-0. Witzke, middle point, shot blocked there by Eric Soar, doesn't get through. Finds DeRoos. Irie in front, fires a shot, stopped there in tight by Ben Lane. Pokes it past Devin Harrison and goes chasing in after it. Witzke back behind his net there, cuts him off, sends it around to Leslie. Leslie gives it right back to Witzke. The Estevan's leading scoring defenseman with 10 goals comes down the left wing on the far side of the ice into the Weyburn end. Finds the trailer, lots of room. DeRoos snaps a shot and just put it wide. He had lots of room. Is now we're back to hockey, and the Bruins and Red Wings will play some 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. As the Bruins will win the faceoff back and come back the other way as a pass far side here for Johnny Witzke. Makes a move around Schwain, walks in the middle of the slot and snaps one. A good glove save there by Ben Laidlaw. Will set up and give off to Michael McChesney. Drop pass for Johnny Witzke. He comes ahead. Left wing side. Cross ice for Jaden Davis. Right back through the middle, trying to find his man. It eventually comes back door to McChesney. The Bruins on the power play following the immediate timeout, trying to widen the lead to 7-0. As Michael McChesney have it, top of the left wing circle to Witzke. He unloads a one-timer. Put just wide, banks off in front to Tristan DeRoos. And it's 7-0 Estevan with another special teams marker for the Bruins.
He needs to get back defensively and lift it up. Witzke picks it up and he'll carry in himself. Witzke, the defenseman, dancing his way in on Petrie. Waiting for help. Witzke, a spinorama move. Petrie's still with him. He'll send it back up to Platt off the bench. Platt through to Irie. Irie tries to go back to Platt as he was going towards the goal. Back in his own end. For McMillan. McMillan carries ahead, looks up ice. A bounce pass, looking for Davis, pardon me, but Casimiro read it. Now another 2-on-1 for the wings. In comes Hill. Hill, poke check neatly by Witzke before he can pull the trigger. In the first period, Hirschping picks it up. Hirschping softly through, too softly for Ripplinger, and the Red Wings turn it the other way quickly, but not quickly enough. Ripplinger will try again. He's over the line onside, drops to Irie. Irie in the slot, back for Ripplinger. One-timer, scores! It through onto Leibel. Leibel, a drag move on Witzke, who just got enough of him to knock the puck aside. Witzke, in the final minute of the first period, makes a spinorama move to lose the forecheck, and he'll bring it up. Through to Bryce Platt. Platt over the line. It up. Back for Witzke. Johnny Witzke. Smoothly ahead, he'll dance his way over center. Witzke still got it as he rockets through the neutral zone. Drops it off to Davis. Davis. With Callender, and then DeRoos done for unloading on Thor as Witzke picks off that pass and comes the other way. Witzke through the neutral zone. Flips it wide. Witzke still got it. Witzke taking it in, and he got hooked just in time before he could pull the trigger. Shenanigans. Anderson and Hirschping are all tied up. Hirschping throws him down, but Brown gets the puck and then lost it as Hirschping checked him. Up for Witzke. Witzke joins the rush and carries over the line onside. Back to Davis. Davis through to McChesney. McChesney in. Oh, shoots, and he put it off the blocker of Levick. He was looking. Johnny Witzke. Back in his own end with under 3.5 to go in the third. He'll knife his way ahead. Witzke, nifty move to carry in. Leaves for Coop. Coop drops it off, and he put it right off the boards. Gets out to center, where Witzke takes possession again for Jake Hirschping. The Bruins captain looks up ice to TJ Irie, who makes the move and gets it up to Ripplinger. Ripplinger. Great pass back to Witzke. Witzke dances in. Holds, shoots off the blocker of Berkeley as Witzke was alone in the slot. DeMello on his backhand up for Naquama. Held in by Hirschping. Hirschping takes the shot through traffic. He pounded DeMello right in the back. 40 seconds to go in the third period. Voronek in a foot race with Witzke. Witzke pokes him to the boards and takes him off the puck. And Johnny Witzke will start it for Hirschping. Up the wall to Ripplinger. Ripplinger out the middle for Platt, and he got clobbered by Jaden Shuchuk. But Coop is away 2-on-1 with Witzke. Coop picks it up back for Witzke at the empty net. Scores! 23 seconds to go in the...
Wilton will pick it up. Wilton now loses it. Estevan with it now. Witzke, long pass up. Connecting with McChesney. McChesney over to the far corner. Shot and a streaking Davis. Estevan winning the face-off. Coop plays it back to Harrison. Harrison, top of the point for Witzke. Witzke with all sorts of time. Two Bruins parked right out front. Shot on goal.
Couture and him tie up. Now Brown gives his man a bump, but it's up high to Witzke. Looking down low, and a good pass there as I guess Mann's coming out of the corner. Got some good wood again in the corner as Thor slams his man down to the ice there. Coming away with out of the corner though is Witzke. He walks in, throwing it back door. What a stop there by Levick. Fun to watch this 20-year-old as he's on it in the offensive zone. Tries to get the cycle going for Pillar. Poked off his stick though by Witzke, and Witzke skates it ahead to Jaden Davis across center ice and sends it in deep. Goes in after it as he gives Couture a bump, but Sestuk's the man on it to collect it. Gets it up to Waldo, but Witzke holds the line for the Bruins. Throws it wide. Coop the redirection and trying to clear. Excuse me, that was Johnstone. Glove down by Harrison. Over to Witzke. Looking for a lane around Connor Pine, who sprawled out to block it. Witzke all the way below the goal line. Throwing it in front. A chance for Jaden Davis. They whack away at it. Levesque makes the save.
Just got away from the check of Tyson Mans and got it out to center. Witzke turns it quickly the other way. Witzke with speed over the line. Cuts into the middle. Witzke still with it. Takes the shot through traffic. Levesque the same. DeRoos is after the rebound. Up a stick. Broncos clogging up the shooting lanes nicely so far. Witzke, backdoor feed McChesney. One-timer big save by Ramsey. His best of the night so far. Or he was in tight alone. Witzke collects things back at center ice. Patiently as the Bruins are making a line change. He'll go all the way into his own end and start the other way. Witzke with some room over the line for Irie. Back to Witzke at the circle. In comes Witzke, shoots off the outside of the net. And some fancy Harris hits for 2 or less for elbowing Jaden Davis. Harrison on the left wall in the Bruins zone. Looks up ice to Coop. Coop takes this in full flight and breaks in. To DeRoos at the right wing wall. DeRoos spins back to Witzke at the right point. A spinorama move by Witzke to shake off Foster. Backdoor feed McChesney, and he couldn't pull the trigger. A spinorama shot. Big rebound for DeRoos to try. Coop another try, and Ramsey makes
only down 2 goals coming in, so there's a lot of miles left yet. There's one right there.
Shot from the line from Witzke. I don't think it got deflected. A CNI shot to open up this game. Back in fourth action inside the EPA. And the Bruins will chip it now down deep. Back behind the net of race. Ramsey out in front for Tanner Mans. Another shot. Point blank. Shoot. Scores. Johnny Witzke in from the line. A little bit of a cluster built up in front of the net of Race Ramsey. The puck spilled free, and Witzke in from the line fired it home. It's 1-0 for the Bruins.
Yeah, earlier the Broncos in our end, everybody got puck watching in the corner behind the net. They sort of got consumed with that, and they didn't watch the goal scorer coming off the high blue line coming down, and he was there all alone by himself. The puck sort of sneaked through. Didn't make a mistake scoring Ramsey. They score there. We see the replays here. Four heads are all looking behind the net, and number 3 just comes down and pops it in.
The foot of Albrecht at center. The Bruins take possession back. Witzke with a couple of moves to outfake Smith goes up to Irie. Opposite pitches. They are letting them play, by which I mean the Mustangs are allowed to get away with practically murder. Johnny Witzke just got slew-footed in front of the Bruin net, but the Bruins lead 4-2. Witzke breaks ahead for Michael McChesney. He's got Cody Davis with him in the absence of
Mans. Sharp angle shot stopped by Giesbrecht. Rebound in the slot. Trickles back to Witzke at the point. Back down low, but the pass couldn't find Tanner Mans, and the Mustangs were able to intercept it. They can't quite get it out, though. Interception in the high slot by the Bruins, and Witzke. Near side for Zach Anderson. He skates with it out of the zone, trying to chip it by Witzke. Chipped it into the zone, but Witzke took him out. And there's Platt, leaving it for Witzke. Witzke quickly turns up ice. Got it up to Leslie. Losing his balance there was Hirspink. Those red lines can get you once in a while. Back on that far side, there is Witzke. Got it up through to Will Coop, but lost it. Now picks up the puck. He'll get it up to Zach Smith, who had that one poked away from him. Came right to Witzke for the Bruins. They re-enter the zone now. Ripplinger trying to center it. Trying to find Witzke. It bounced off his stick. And the Bruins get it to the left wing. There's Hirspink. A wrist shot off back-to-back games, and he's only been held scoreless in back-to-back games one other time this year. There's a slap shot from Hirspink. Schmidt trying to elevate her up to King. He can't, as Schmidt took a lick in there along the wall. There's Davis to Leslie, a wrist shot, swallowed up, find it, and the Bruins exit the zone. They come back to the way now, 3-on-2. DeRoos across the red, or across the blue, and now Witzke picked it up, goes cross ice. Hirspink walking in, big slap shot, stopped by